Hi everyone, it's Jean. I hope you all are having a good night. I am still working on my Spanish journal, and I am doing a little project here. It's in its very primitive stages, but I wanted to share with you. So what I'm doing is I cut out of just regular pasteboard or cardboard box some animal figurines, okay? And what I want to do in order for them to look like they are made out of clay, like the clay pots in Mexico, is I'm taking this orange, just cheap orange acrylic paint, and pardon me because I have it all over me. I usually do because I stick my fingers in it. But what I did is I drew the designs, and then I'll just paint over them with the orange. And some of them I have to paint more than one time because the black line will show through. But in the end process, when I show you what I'm actually doing with these, you won't notice the lines as much. So this is just a quick, fun little project, and I like this idea of using the cardboard because it's sturdy but yet recyclable. So we are taking something that we might normally throw away, pieces of cardboard, and then we are recycling it into something else. So this one is supposed to be a llama. So forgive me if some of them don't look exactly the way they're supposed to. I did my best in drawing them, so. And then I'm just covering them completely with this orange so that it reminds you of the earth and clay pots. There is another project that I did on my own, and I'll just show you guys later then after I get some of these done, that I put in my journal, and I'll explain to you how I did it so that you can make one if you want. One thing I did notice with cutting with the cardboard, I just use scissors because for me, an X-Acto knife doesn't give as smooth of edges as I want. I mean, I'm sure with the cardboard, if I wanted to, I could sand the edges a little bit or and use my nail file to do that, or my nail buffer to do that. But I decided to just go with the way they look, and hopefully once we get them finished, and I'll just sit these two over here so they can dry, they'll look more realistic. You need a sharper pair of scissors for sure if you're going to be cutting into cardboard. And there may be some scissors that you would find that would be more effective than others because of the way you have to cut through the layers of the cardboard. So this right here, I'm just gonna make this little guy right here, and he's gonna be an owl. Let me have him have little tiny ears. And then I have my trusty floral scissors that I use for everything, but I know they're getting a little bit dull for fabric cutting, so I'm going to have to either get these sharpened or invest in another pair of scissors. Okay, so we're going to do this little guy. And I got this idea from my friend who I've known for years, since I was young, very young, younger than I am now, haha. And she was telling me that she was watercoloring animals for her grandson. And I thought that was such a cute idea that I was thinking, wouldn't these be cute for a mobile, or, you know, different things that you could hang these from? These would be really fun. So I'm trying to think of what other animal we could make. How about we do, I haven't done a fishette, so I'll just do a fish. And right now, all you're doing is drawing the outline of it. You don't really need to put the eyes or anything on it yet, because we'll be doing that with our other pen. But if you have to put the eye on, just so you can see what end you're working with, by all means, go ahead and do that. So let me paint these two really quick. This is something, you know, you don't have to have any specific skill for, thank goodness, huh? So you just want to cover up the cardboard as best you can. And some of them, like I said, will sometimes need another coat. So we'll see how the llama and the bunny look. I really like making mobiles. I made one quite a while ago. I think the little boy I made it for is probably in the 1st grade already. And my friend was doing the baby's room in like a nautical sea creatures type of theme. And so I made her a little mobile. But I made them all out of felt and sewed them all separately. So I think cardboard would be cool too, to make a mobile from. But with these particular cardboard pieces, I'm not going to do anything on the back unless I would cover them with like book paper or something, because I plan on adhering these to a page, or I may use one in a dangle or something, or a clip. But if I do, then I'll just cover the back with book page. And that way it'll still look good. Because some of the back of the cardboard I drew on, some I didn't. I messed up my drawing, so I had to draw it again. And some of it has plastic tape on it or whatever from previously. So let me check my squirrel here and see if he's painted enough. So for some reason lately I've been into doing messy crafts, so I really like this squirrel. He's so cute. So, and they're not, as you can see, they're not really to scale. So the bunny is bigger than the squirrel, which wouldn't really be the case. This kind of reminds me of a jellyfish, but it's not. It's going to be a bird. So let me just paint over that a little bit more. So let me put my paint over here. And wipe off my hands a little bit so I don't mess up the ones we've already painted. And I'll show you the ones I have. So this little guy is supposed to be a porcupine. So, and of course we have a crazy little bird right here. And this one is the owl. This one is supposed to be like the head of a fox. So we'll be decorating him. Here I have a quirky little butterfly. And I have a cat, which my cat, I'm just going to leave him like that. I'm not going to cut anymore. I have a bird here too, which I'm going to see how this turns out once we get finished decorating it. But I thought maybe it needed a 3D wing. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not. And I did a couple hearts and of course the llama. And here's another crazy bird that I did. So here we have all of our shapes, the fish, the llama, the squirrel. I did a turtle. Where did my turtle go? I was going to paint him green, and then I decided that I wanted them all to look like they were clay pots. And so I don't know where my turtle went. Well, for goodness sake. All right. Where did you go, little Tortuga? Sorry, guys, I'm reaching. I'm sure he's here or he fell on the floor and I can't see him. I heard something fall earlier, but I don't know what it was. It was much louder than a Tortuga, though. Okay, we will deal with him later. I'm sure he's here somewhere hiding. But as you can see, my desk is pretty much a disaster. Things just end up getting piled on top and top and top of each other. Okay, so let's just get to the project at hand. And we'll just let this bunny here dry so he can. And here is one of the ones that I've done already. So this is a cat, of course. And I took my black pen that I normally use, and I drew some little designs on him. Now, what we need to do after we've drawn the designs is we need to paint some of them. So I'm going to use my acrylic marker and hope that this comes out brilliant enough that we can appreciate it on top of this orange. And color some of these in so we can get a good trying to see if I have another color. Is my Tortuga in there? No. Fiddle faddle. I don't know where he went. Okay. So I'm going to put this down because, let me fold this in half. So I'm going to, let me see if I have another, let me just try the yellow here. So I'm just going to go in the little spaces that I've doodled and color them different colors with my markers. Now, my husband and I were kind of discussing this process that the artisans use, and they probably pretty much do all of their handwork like this by hand. I thought maybe they had some stencils or something that they may use. Now, if they have, I don't know if you've seen these before, and I think they're used primarily for stenciling, but if you've noticed the brushes that have the little round sponge on them and a flat end, not the black ones that are kind of like a paintbrush that are like arrow shaped, but the ones that are like daubers. If you've ever seen the daubers, you can actually get those in different sizes. So they could possibly use that to make a flower with different sized daubers. So I would imagine that would be acceptable for them to use. However, I'm not aware if that's what they do all the time. So they may just brush paint everything. The artisans that make the pots themselves are so talented. I'm sure that they can do the drawings also. So where is, I think I have lost some of my pens along the way here. So I'm just going to use this big one for his cheeks. And then I wanted to use some green. Let me see if I can get this one to work. It's given me a fit here. It's a different pen. It seems like the graffiti pens want to run out quicker than the Tule Art. So that's why it's always good to, try these things and make sure they work the way you want them to. And then you know what to buy as a repeat later. So what other color? I have the pink. So let's go with pink on here. And we'll color these spots over here pink. And then I'm going to color this pink. And I don't know, did I bring a black one? I did, but I don't know if I want to use that. Let me see here. Here's my Uniball. Let me just use that. And we'll make his nose black. I don't know if he would really have a black nose in real life. Probably not. That would be pink. Some of them, I guess, have black. Okay, I'm just mumbling here as I'm doing this. Okay, so there we have a couple designs, and we need to use, we're going to use some purple and paint these flowers here pretty purple. And then a circle here. I hope you guys are seeing that. And then I'm going to just use yellow for these two big ones. And there we have like kind of a clay pot design of a cat. Let me see. Let me try this light blue over here on his tail so he can have an interesting tail. So there you go. There's my cat, and I know, I think he looks so cute, and he'll go in the journal, glued in. So let me try one of these that I haven't designed yet. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to go around the edge and give it some type of definition with the marker pen, so that when we doodle, we'll stay within that shape. And the other thing with this type of cardboard, you know, this is regular cardboard from a box. I call them the wings of the box, the lid part that you can close off. That part, that is the part that we are decorating, and when you're drawing on it, sometimes it will bend a little bit, so your drawings can get a little bit wonky, your lines, but it's okay. I like it. This project is going to be reminiscent of not only the clay pots, but kind of a folk art style of designing things. So I'm going to go around the edge then where I drew that line with the black and try to get that as even as I can. It's going to be somewhat uneven because the cutting of the box too is kind of hard. But the idea is to get some color on here to make it more vibrant and pretty. So there we have the black. And I need to go over this because my fingers were there. And of course, I got it right in the middle, but that's okay. So let me have this dry a tiny bit, because as I mentioned, these markers are just like acrylic paint, but they're just in pen form. I never thought I would really like them, but so far I have. And then I want to see let's try this bird because he's funny looking. So I'm going to cut his nose so that it's right there. And I'm going to put some stripes. He's still going to look like a fish with a nose. And we'll give him some striped feathers here. I find, personally, for me, that doodling is a very fun and relaxing project. And that's kind of what we're doing with these. They don't have to be this amazing art form. They can be they can be whimsical and fun. I'm going to do like two little teardrops here. And see if we can turn him into a bird instead of a fish. Okay, so let me just take the yellow and make his beak yellow. Maybe that'll help. And I saw something sort of like this on Pinterest, but the person that had designed theirs, I believe they used, they cut little tiny pieces of paper to make the designs. And I was thinking about trying that, but I don't have any, what you want to call it, like scrapbook paper that's just plain colors. And I've gotten some of these scrapbook, really nice ones from like Hobby Lobby that are all different solid colors. I think I got a purple one, and there might be a rainbow one. But what I noticed with them is when you cut shapes out with them, they kind of look, they kind of leave a white edge, and I don't really care for that design. So, is this my lighter one or my darker one? Oh. I don't really care for the, for it to have that white line on it. So I think what I need is regular cardstock, old-fashioned cardstock that you can get that doesn't do that, instead of a decorative cardstock, because obviously the decorative one is meant for something else other than just regular cutting out pieces. Am I making any sense tonight, guys? I feel like I'm out of the loop for doing videos. I don't know why. I'm gonna try this right here, right here, and oh. Okay, that one's not going to want to work now. Okay, that's okay. We'll use the dark blue. Make him have some stripes here. Okay, here we go. And then I'm going to take probably the yellow, and just, the yellow's being finicky now. Now these are more fine line, but if you have some that are more, that are larger, it may cover the surface a little bit better, kind of like that black one did. There we go. There we have that guy. Oh, and the orange shows up okay. All right, I thought I had a white one here, but I don't have a skinny one, but I have a large one. Let me see if I can get it to work. Now this guy I like a little bit better like that. It's funny how you you decide to do something on camera and it doesn't always come out exactly as you plan, but we roll with it. I'm sorry, I'm holding it close to me because I can't see, and then you guys probably can't see either. Okay, I like that a little bit better now. I think I'm gonna put some more design here and design here. And I'm not sure why that one side turned out so dark, but I am going to leave that one for now. It still looks cute, even though it's not exactly maybe what I had in mind, but it's kind of whimsical and fun. So there's our butterfly, there's our cat, and now we can work on our fish. Okay, so fish is a fish. But here I am calling it a fish, and it's supposed to be a bird. Oh, stars. Maybe he needs, like, I don't know. He's supposed to be flying, so I didn't want to put any feet on him, although he could have feet that are kind of flying out. What is going on here, buddy? Let me let that one rest a little bit because it's being finicky. I have another light blue one right here. This one's kind of a grayer blue. There we go. I should have done a bumblebee. I didn't do one. So this is one of these projects that you kind of just go with it, see if it works out, see how it looks. If you don't like it, you can redo it and start again. Or okay, I need my ballpoint pen. Where did I lay it? Maybe I stuck it in here. Okay, so I'm going to take this and go around these edges so they're more defined. And then here's his little eye. And then I'm going to go over these. That's sometimes too because of the acrylic paint. It'll blur the lines of your actual design. So if that happens, you can just go back over it with this ballpoint pen. This is a uniball pen, and they really write over pretty much anything that I've come across so far. So I really like them as compared to some of the more expensive brand. I think you can get a pack of these like on Amazon or something for a little bit of, like maybe there's 20 in a pack. I don't remember now exactly how many, but they're only like $10 or something. Whereas you could get, you buy the expensive drawing pens and they end up being quite a bit more than what we would expect. And then they don't last as long. At least that's what I find with like some of the art Prisma pens and some things like that. They just don't last as well. It could be because I have a heavy hand, but I find with the Prisma, I think is what they're called, that what happens is the nib bends, and then I have a situation where the pen's it doesn't work anymore because the nib has bent and dried up. So I really don't purchase them very often because I don't think they last very well. But that's just a personal opinion. You may have used them before and loved them, and you may have a lighter hand than I do. But there's another pen, and I probably have mentioned it to you in my videos before, that I really like, that is Fiddle. I don't see if I have one right now, but they're Tombow pens, and they're so nice for drawing, and they will write pretty much over anything as well. So I'm just putting these lines here and a couple little curly things just to make this look like it has feathers. And there we have our crazy bird. Eyes not sticking out too well. That's kind of an interesting bird. Okay, so let me show you my journal. Since you see what my idea is here, I need to work on them a little bit more and make them a little bit more interesting. I love the cat one. Not too sure about the birdifly. The butterfly. So, but what I was thinking is on some of these pages where there's more of a blankness, maybe putting like a clip with the cat on it. And that one would look cute. So I just need to work on those a little bit more. But what I wanted to show you, let me see if I can find it. I was sewing and I sewed around a couple of the pages, but I wanted to make a heart. And this was a really fun project where I think I showed you this page, which was about the Hispanic Americans. And then this was the green page that had some paint on it. I just took this stenciled book page and I cut the heart out of felt and put the flames that you see on them coming out with the felt as well. And then I used the glitter glue and I used this is part of a beaded necklace and this is a beaded earring. And I think it came out really, really pretty. So I can show you another time how to do that. It wasn't hard at all. It was fun to design. And so that'll go in my journal for Un Corazón de un Milagro. So slowly but surely we are getting our journal nice and full and fat. I really need to concentrate on getting on making a journal cover, but we do still have time for that. It's, you know, our projects run through the 13th or 15th, so I'll have time later, but I really wanted to do that, and definitely changing my mind on the burlap. I don't think I'm going to use that, but we will find something that we can use that will still make an interesting cover. So that's about it, guys. I haven't been doing a whole lot because I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm not feeling extremely motivated. However, I talked to some individuals that were just starting junk journaling, and I thought how fun to be able to start junk journaling all over again and learning. And a lot of us have come to the conclusion, you know, that you don't need to have all these special products to make a junk journal. So I joined a group that does racks and swaps and things. And I thought that I would share with people some of my papers that I've dyed and how I would normally create a junk journal, because I don't want everybody to worry about that they have to have special papers, because that takes the fun out of it. And I talk about this a lot in my videos about different things that you can use in your products. And one of the things that I totally forgot about that I have some, but I haven't actually used them yet, is if you drink tea, you can save the tea bag, and when it dries, you can take it apart and dump the loose tea out and fold out the bag nicely. And those are really cute elements to put in your journal, the actual tea bag. And then one of the things I learned from Natasha from Treasure Books was putting in your journal, using the bag for your cereal and making envelopes and things with it. And that sounds like a really fun idea. We don't eat cereal very much here. And I'll tell my husband to save them, and they'll be gone. But there's a lot of things that you can make junk journal embellishments out of that you can get right in your kitchen. Somebody was saying that they have bought boxes of cookies just so they could have the box that they needed it for to design something. And I thought that was kind of cute, because we do that. If we find something that we really like, we want to have it available for us to use all the time. So, okay. So here's the owl that I worked on. Kind of, just kind of a wonky little thing. I'm going to put a nose right here. And there, I think he looks good. Owls are not really owls, or they call them búhos in Spanish. And in some cultures, they're looked upon as bad luck. They might, I don't know if they have any alternate how Americans feel about them. I think they're very interesting and beautiful. My daughter used to collect owls all the time, but they're something that the Hispanic culture, especially like if you're out at night and an owl hoots, it could mean that someone's gonna die or something silly like that, they believe. So some of the Hispanic culture is highly superstitious. So I don't believe in any of that business. My dad used to be a little bit superstitious. He was kind of funny with different things. But for the most part, I think the least suspicious thing should be a bird. But people have that feeling for not just owls, but like ravens and crows, and people have made them to be spooky or scary, especially this time of year, huh? Okay, so the owl came out pretty well. I like him. I don't know what I'm going to do with this bird yet, because I don't know that this design really works for me. So I may have to just redo him. We'll see. Maybe I'll just keep him like that. He looks okay. He has a bumblebee wing tail, a bumblebee body tail. So he's a bumblebird. Cat looks good. Needs trimmed a little because it was cut in there. So we have a cat and an owl that I am definitely pleased with. Bird that looks a little weird, and a butterfly. That's okay. So there's my little craft for tonight. And I have all these pottery animals to decorate. And I may end up sticking with just cats. I don't know, but I think it's kind of funny. Some of these other animals are so cute, so we'll see how we make out with the squirrel. I think he would look really cool with some amazing swirls on here. To kind of go with his tail. And I think I have a cream. I'm going to do his belly if I can get this graffiti marker to work. What's wrong with you all? What's wrong with you all? Making me mad because they're not working. Okay, we'll just give him a light orange belly. I want to check something over here. I have a box of larger ones. I wonder if it has... No cream. And this color I think might be brown. So let's try the brown. I don't know what color their underside would be, I guess. White or something. White, I guess. I don't know. Isn't that terrible? I don't even really know what a squirrel looks like. I like squirrels. We have them here a lot. We just have to be careful because our cats like them. So they will have them for dinner. Squirrels on occasion, more so chipmunks. so. That came out cute. Okay, let me see if we can do just some circles here and here and here. We'll make him a polka dot squeal. That's how one of my kids said it, a squeal. And then we will take the purple and we will do some humpies over here. And over here. And then I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to make some triangles down here. And color his ears. And then I'm just going to go around the circles with the black. And the bumpies. And the triangles. Let's go back and try the ear. I don't think it was quite dry. Nose. And I want to go around this again. His belly. I'm going to leave his arm orange there. He needs a big acorn. And then I'm going to just do something here with these feet so they don't look so plain. Very cute, darling. Very cute. So, okay, so there he's going to be a little bit, how should we say, argyle. I'm going to give him a little bit of an argyle style here with these triangles and the circles in the middle. There we go. That gave a little bit of life to him. Okay, he kind of reminds me. Ew, stink bug. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like them, and they make me nervous when they fly around because I'm afraid of bees, and I feel like it's a bee because they buzz kind of when they fly like a bee. They're ridiculous to be afraid of a bug. It's not that I'm necessarily afraid of them, is I don't like them to get on me. Because if you don't know what a stink bug is, they really stink. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do to my little guy here. He's gonna have to look like that. And that's his arm. Okay, so there's the squirrel. I can tell that you all are extremely impressed, but you never know how a project's going to turn out until you actually do it, right? There we go, little guy. So we have a squirrel, a cat, an owl, a weird looking bird. Okay, bird. Weird looking bird, which I'm beginning to like him more and more. And what else do we do? Our crazy butterfly. Okay, so as you can see, I am not that great at painting, but I like to have fun, and I think these were kind of a fun project. Sometimes I think for all of us as artists, we kind of have to be in the mood to do something, and maybe sometimes things don't always come to fruition as we thought. But I think they're very cute, and I like them, and I'm going to put them in my journal. I don't know. I have a brown piece right here. Where did it go? Okay, on the other end of the butterfly. And I'm wondering if I just kind of put all these on here like this, how they would look just scattered there. Do I have another one? Oh, my owl. And then, of course, I'm going to do a llama, and it will look kind of, it'll be appropriate then for Peru. So, or alpaca. So, I think these kind of look nice on here, and I don't know yet, maybe I'll put, I'll definitely use the cat and the owl and the squirrel, but I'm not sure about these two, and I may actually, I'm thinking about putting them on with Velcro so that you could take them off if you wanted to, maybe, or we'll see. But I think they look really cute in there. And there are other ones that I will get to, like the rabbit and the other birds. And here's my llama. So it was just something fun to spend some time with you guys on. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for my messy desk and my ramblings as usual. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.